Sephora and Target are my version of Disney World, and maybe even Ulta too, like, let's be honest. Hey, it's Katie and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a super fun tag video. Today I have the 40 makeup questions tag for you, which I'm super excited to do. I actually saw Color Me Cassie do this, so I'll link her video down below. I wasn't necessarily tagged, but I still wanted to do this, and I just thought it'd be a fun video to do. And tag videos don't really exist too much anymore, so whenever I see a tag, I just have to jump right onto that bandwagon. And yeah, there are 40 beauty questions, so I probably should just get right into it because this might be a long video, and I'm going to be just zapping through these as fast as I can because there are 40 questions and that's a lot. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Okay, so the first category has to do with skincare. So the first question says, how many times do you wash your face daily? What? That makes no sense. So basically I think they mean how many times do you wash your face. I wash my face 2 times a day. I have very acne prone skin, so I have to wash it twice a day, or I'll be in a little bit of trouble, at least with my skin. Number 2, what skin type do you have? I have combo skin, so it sometimes can be oily, sometimes it can be dry, but it's mostly a combination. Lately I have been more dry though. Number 3, what is your current facial wash? So currently I am using Cetaphil, which I do love, and before I was using Philosophy Purity, which was my favorite for like a year. Number 4, do you exfoliate? Yes, I do, usually once or twice a week. My skin can be sensitive at times, so I try to just exfoliate once a week. Number 5, what brand do you use? Currently I am using Dr. Brandt. I got it in a subscription box, but I use brands that I get subscription boxes, and I've used stuff like Clean and Clear. I've used a First Aid Beauty one, but I kind of like jump between brands, usually ones I get in subscription boxes, or I kind of just find a gentle one and use that. So yeah, that's kind of my exfoliator spiel. Number 6, what moisturizer do you use? Okay, so that's kind of complicated because I use multiple different moisturizers. So this is the First Aid Beauty Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer, and I love this because it's also a primer, but also has that coconut smell. I love this moisturizer. And then at night I also use one from First Aid Beauty, and that one is the one that comes in the tub. It's their Ultra Repair Cream, which I also love. Number 7, do you have freckles? I do. I actually have one on my nose. I don't know if you can tell, and I noticed recently I must be like a new freckle, or I've just never noticed it before, but I have one like right here, like on my temple, I guess I could say. And then I used to have a bunch on my cheeks like when I was younger, like when I was a kid, but you can't really see them anymore just because I have a lot of acne scars, which, you know, that sucks, but that's just how it is. But yeah, I do have a few freckles. Number 8, do you use an eye cream? Occasionally. I know my mom and I just got one in FabFitFun. It's from Juice Beauty, I believe, and I used that once, and ooh, that is nice. I am young, but I do believe that like starting your skincare, especially that kind of skincare young, is great. And I have gotten eye creams and subscriptions before. I've used the Tarte Maracuja one, which I loved. I've used that, I believe, once or twice. I don't really like to buy eye cream on my own. I don't know why, I just don't. I like getting them in subscriptions. And sometimes, like, I don't currently have my own eye cream, but sometimes I will just take moisturizer, and just to add moisturization, I just put it under my eyes and on my eyelids. And that is kind of my like go-to version of my own eye cream, I guess. Number 9, do you or did you have acne prone skin? That's kind of funny because actually today I made an acne update, which is probably already up by now, so I will link that up above for you. But yeah, I do have acne prone skin. I do have kind of like skin issues and kind of problems with my skin right now. Did you ever use Pro-activ? That's interesting also because I talked about that today and said how I used to use Pro-activ. So I started getting the Pro-activ 3-step system, like I would get mailed to me every so often, and I used that for years and years. I believe I used Pro-activ from when I was 13 to 17. I used it when it first came out. That's kind of when I started using Pro-activ, and like I said, I did use it from the ages 13 to 17 until I decided to change it up. So now we're on to the more makeup portion of this tag. So number 11 says, what foundation do you use? It's more like what foundations do I use, or what foundations are like my go-tos. So funny enough, both of my go-to foundations are both from L'Oreal. So the one I'm wearing today is the Infallible Pro Matte, and the one that I also like to wear pretty often is the Infallible Total Cover. Both amazing foundations. I definitely favor this one over this one, but they're both both amazing. This one's more liquidy, this one's more of a thicker consistency, but they're both still great foundations. Like I said, this one I'm wearing on my skin today. I love it. It gives you great full coverage. This gives you pretty good coverage as well, but this is more of a thicker consistency. And I love them both, and these are kind of my go-tos. Number 12 says, how about concealer? So for concealer, I also have two go-tos. This is the one I use 95% of the time, and that's the Tarte Shape Tape, which is one of my favorites. It's the one that has the huge doe-foot applicator, which I love because you can really just get in there. And then I also have a drugstore option, and this is one I got recently because I wanted to test it out. This is the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer. This one's also nice. It has a doe-foot applicator as well, but it's much smaller than the Tarte one. But they're both great concealers. You will see me use these both in tutorials and get the looks and just videos in general. So number 13 says, do you know your undertone? And I believe I do. So I believe I have more neutral undertones, but if I had to go cool or warm, I would say I have more of a cool undertone than a warm undertone. But mostly I feel like I have more neutral undertones. I usually go for more neutral foundation. Number 14 says, what do you think of false eyelashes? I think they're great. I haven't tried them personally, but I'm definitely intrigued and I'd definitely be interested in trying them, but I have nothing against them. Like if a girl wears one, I'm not going to judge her. I think that's great. If you love false eyelashes, or if you just love the way you do your makeup in general, you do you. Number 15 says, did you know you're supposed to change your mascara every 3 months? Yes, I do know this. Do I actually follow that rule? No. I feel like you can wait a little bit longer than 3 months. I feel like who uses a mascara up in 3 months? Like especially if it's expensive. I feel like if it's expensive, I'm going to be using it up like, you know, in 6 months or a year. I definitely don't follow that rule, but I do know that it exists. But like, it's not like it's a law, you know? What brand of mascara do you use? I love the Benefit Roller Lash. I love Tarte. I love Maybelline. I'm trying to think of any other brands that I might use. Yeah, I really like Maybelline, L'Oreal. Benefit's good. And those are the only brands I've really used for my mascara, and I do love them. Number 17, Sephora or MAC? Definitely Sephora, because I've actually never been to a MAC standalone store or a MAC counter, so there's that. 18, what makeup tools do you use in makeup application? I use brushes, of course, and beauty sponges. I use an eyelash curler here and there. I use like a brow spoolie, or I guess I can just call it a spoolie. I guess tweezers, does that count? I guess I don't really use them for makeup application, but I do use tweezers. And yeah, I feel like that's everything that I use. Like here are some of my brushes, here are some of my sponges. We've got more brushes, and I do have more, but that's kind of just a little bit of it. What is your favorite eyeshadow palette? I am such an eyeshadow hoarder. I probably have around 10 palettes. My favorite palette. I feel like my favorite palette is my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I've just used this over and over so many times. It's one of my favorite palettes. I love the colors, and it's just one of my favorites and a favorite formula for me. And by the way, I have done the used and abused makeup tags. If you want to see that, I will link it up above. Well, that and my Tartelette palette. The Tartelette palette is also another favorite. I love it because it has a lot of purples, and purple happens to be my favorite color. It's just so nice, and I just love Tarte and Too Faced for eyeshadow personally. Like, they just have the cutest packaging, but they also have the greatest formula in my opinion. 22. Do you use pencil or liquid eyeliner? I actually use pencil more than liquid. I actually suck at liquid. I want to get better at it, but every time I use liquid eyeliner, I just can't. 23. How often do you poke your eyes with your eyeliner pencil? Honestly, every day, especially when I'm trying to do my upper waterline. That is hard. That is like hell. 24. What do you think of pigment eyeshadows? I've never personally used them from what I know of. I've never used pigment eyeshadows, and I've heard they're messy, so I guess I'm not really a fan. I kind of just like pressed eyeshadows more. I used to use the Bare Minerals loose eyeshadows, and thinking about using those now, I'm just like, no, please no, those are so messy. 25. Do you use mineral makeup? I do have a mineral loose powder, or I guess just a loose powder from Bare Minerals that I use. They aren't like my favorite things to use. I do prefer things that are more pressed and finely milled, but I do like them from time to time, especially when I just wanted something that's easy. 26. What is your favorite lipstick? So my favorite lipstick is one of the Maybelline Into Nudes lipstick, and this is the one in 565 Almond Rose. I'm currently wearing it on my lips today. It's one of my favorite lipsticks. I love like pairing this when I'm gonna go out, like just running errands or just going around town, visiting family, just, you know, chilling. You know, this is my favorite lipstick. It is super pretty, and I just love Maybelline lipsticks. I always have, and this is one of my favorite formulas and colors that they have. So definitely if you need to check these out. How about lip gloss? I don't really have a favorite lip gloss formula. I love my Buxom White Russian. I think I have one from Urban Decay that I did like. I honestly don't really wear lip gloss that much anymore. Number 28, what is your favorite blush to use? So my favorite blush is this one. This is the Tarte Risque blush. I love this blush. I layered it under the blush that I'm wearing today. It's just such a pretty color. It's like a nudie peachy color, which is my favorite. It's just so pretty, and it's honestly my favorite blush or my favorite Tarte blush I own. I own one other Tarte blush, but this one is my favorite. Do you buy your makeup online? If so, where? Occasionally I will buy makeup online, but not very often. Usually if I buy online, it's either from Sephora or Ulta, or I'll buy makeup online if I have Birchbox points or anything like that. But pretty much it's only Sephora and Ulta. I might occasionally buy something on Amazon makeup wise, just because you can use Amazon, you usually get a few dollars off. Do you like drugstore makeup? I love drugstore makeup. Drugstore is obviously where I started with makeup. I started by using drugstore makeup, so it's always gonna have that special place in my heart. I feel like drugstore makeup is also hit or miss, but I feel like it's mostly a hit. Did you ever consider taking makeup classes? No, because I don't want to do like artistry makeup. I pretty much learned everything I know from my mom and from like watching YouTube videos. Pretty much most I know from YouTube. 32. Are you clumsy in putting on makeup? Occasionally, yes. Sometimes I will like nick my nose with my mascara, or I'll get like on my eyelid, or I'll sneeze while like doing my makeup and my mascara will smudge. You know, like just weird things happen. Just clumsy things happen because I am a clumsy person. 33. Name a makeup crime that you hate. Makeup crime. Like, is there actually crime in makeup? Makeup crime. I honestly can't think of anything. I think clown contouring is pointless, but I wouldn't consider that a crime. Blending your foundation, I don't know. Like, what is makeup crime? I honestly don't know. Number 34, do you like colorful shades or do you like makeup with neutral undertones? So I do like colorful makeup, but I usually like a colorful lip, not really a colorful eye. I usually go for like a colorful lip and go neutral on the eyes and the face. I definitely don't like to go all bold everywhere. I kind of just like to focus the bold like on my lips or sometimes on my eyes. I don't really like to go all intense everywhere. I kind of just like to, you know, keep it simple for the most part. I think it's definitely good to have a balance. Number 35, which celebrity always has great makeup? I always love Lucy Hale's makeup. Honestly, I just love her in general. So of course, also Sophia Bush. I love like seeing her makeup for events. And I don't know if there's anybody else. Shay Mitchell is also great, or just any girls from Pretty Little Liars I feel like are great, but mainly Lucy Hale. Plus, I love her. Definitely have a girl crush on her, not gonna lie. But like, who doesn't? 36. If you had to leave your house and only had time to put on one makeup item / product, what would you use? I would probably use concealer since I do have bad acne and I would want to just, you know, tone that down. So I probably would use concealer. If I could only use one product. 37. Could you ever leave the house without makeup? I don't usually like to because I do have bad acne, but I could do it. I've done it a couple times and, you know, no big deal. Like, you do you. 38. Do you think you look good even without makeup on? Personally, yeah, kind of. Like, of course I have acne, and of course that makes me feel a little bit self-conscious because it's like when I go out, are people looking at my acne? Are people judging me on my acne? But personally, like, I just have to focus on myself. I kind of just have to do me. So like going out without makeup on is fine. Like, you know, people aren't actually staring you out in public. They aren't like looking at you, looking at like your face, looking at your acne, being like, oh my god, is something gonna come out of your face? Like, nobody is thinking about that. People are worried about themselves more than they're worried about you. So yeah. 39. In your opinion, what is the best makeup line? I love Too Faced. I love Tarte. Bare Minerals is good. I love Maybelline, L'Oreal, and CoverGirl CoverGirl off in the drugstore. Wet n Wild was also another brand I really like. It Cosmetic. I honestly love a ton of different brands, so it's kind of hard to just be like, I like one like Tarte, but I definitely think those are all my favorites. And then the last question, number 40, says, what do you think of makeup? Personally, I love makeup. I feel like makeup is such a personal thing. Makeup is definitely a self-expression. I love makeup. I just love putting makeup on most days. Like, I don't wear makeup every day, but the days I do wear makeup, I love it. I just think makeup is just a self-expression thing. Some people just put makeup on to, you know, like to look better, feel better, and just to, you know, protect themselves. And I just love makeup. Makeup is definitely a form of art. Not everybody is artsy and everything, but I feel like makeup is my own kind of art because I was never like super artsy. Like, I can't really draw too well. And just makeup is like my own like physical expression. Like, I just love, you know, being able to play up my lips or my eyes, and also just being able to conceal my face, like, you know, put concealer on, foundation, just perfect my base. And I feel like makeup is just a way you can express yourself because everybody has their own way they like to do their makeup, and everybody just has their own opinion on makeup. Makeup is great to just, you know, make yourself feel even more confident. It's not really about like covering up anything. Like, if you have acne, it's not about covering up. It's about like making yourself feel good. And I feel like makeup is that art that kind of helps me like find my own style and just be me. And yeah, that was a lot of makeup talk, and that was a lot. And yeah, that was the 40 makeup questions tag. If you want to do this, definitely go ahead and do it. And if you do it, definitely tweet me or comment down below and let me know when your video is live. I'd love to go watch it. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below and answer some of these questions if you don't make videos, or just answer them if you don't want to make this video. And also let me know down below any other videos you'd like to see next. And please subscribe if you haven't already, because I post videos every single week, and I would love for you to be subscribed to my channel. I usually post Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, or just sometimes Mondays and Fridays. And also hit the notification bell down below to be notified if you want to be notified about any of my future videos. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, night, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
Oh baby, I love